Welcome back, everybody. Week 3. So now we're moving on to personal interest and skills assessment. So last week we really talked about finding out who you were, but now we want to see is like what you care about and also what can you do? Like what have you been able to do? What would you like to be able to do? All of those things. It's not one or the other. So you think about this week, chapters 4 and 5 ahead you read just loaded with different types of inventories. I'm not requiring you to do any of them. However, I strongly recommend that you do a bunch of them to understand what you like to do, what you don't like to do, who you are, what your personality type is. All of those different things take a little time to do, but they are incredibly valuable. And you can really talk about those in your journal entries and your applied activities. Everything that we've set up for this week is to really reflect on who you are and what you like to do. Personality is one of those things that what is it? Who are you as a person? How does that come off to others? All kinds of different things. So chapter 4 really focuses on like personality types. So like the Holland interest environments, you talk about doers, thinkers, creators, helpers, persuaders, organizers. Are you one of those things? So maybe do the Holland inventory and figure out what works for you and who you are, because maybe you don't want to be in a profession that. So think about the helpers. They look at dental hygienists and nurses. Those are some sample careers that they give, but there's some overlap in those as well. But just kind of a jumping off point. The 3 questions in the video, I really want you to dive into those and like what questions are you asking and how are you answering them. So when you annotate that video, really talk about what have you asked those before? What could be the answers? How would they change? Whatever you want to tackle there, there's lots of different ways to interpret what you are asking to begin with. Remember, we set that goal at the very end and then work our way back. That video, the chapter, and the articles really talk about those things. What skills do you have and what skills would you like to have? So they may not be exactly the same. Maybe you haven't accomplished everything that you would like to in your college career. What have you done in your work? Will it translate to your career? Have you not been able to work on particular skills and would like that skill set? Start thinking about those things, because if there's things that you haven't done and would like that opportunity, we need to start setting those goals to how to get you that opportunity to work on those skills. How can you sell the skills that you have? How can you tell people that you're good at particular things? Again, part of the self-inventory and self-reflection that I really want you to focus on this week. And then finally, what experiences do you have? So we're going to start kind of compiling the foundation for a resume, what you could articulate, and that's not required this week. But if you're thinking about where have I been, what have I done, what would I like to do, it's one of those that you are creating those questions in your inventories every week at the end really help you build who you are as a person that you may have not thought about before. Because again, careers and jobs, often you get pigeonholed because, well, this is the major, so I have to do this. This is the major I have from college, so I have to do this. This is what my parents did, so this is what I have to do. This is where I live, so this is what I have to do. There needs to be more questions about who you are, what you like, what you want to do. So that's what the point of this course is, and I know we're already to week 3 and flying along. So that's what I'd like to see in all of your assignments this week, is to take your values, now add skills and personality, and we're really building who you are as a potential career placement. Does that make sense? So again, all the applied activities, journals, inventory, and your annotations for this week, and then we'll move on to week 4 next week. So I look forward to interacting with you in your assignments, and I'll talk to you next week.